Rock and come in, baby, oh, baby, me say rock and come in.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney and I'm here to provide you with natural hair tips. So today I am going to be doing my regular wash and go, and I'm going to be using the Cream of Nature coconut milk hydrating curl cream. So I'm also going to be giving a few wash day tips, 5 wash day tips more so. So yeah, if you want to see that, just keep watching. First tip is to dedicate a specific day and time that you will be doing your wash day. So you want to do that so that at least you can mentally prepare yourself and know, okay, on Saturday I know I'm going to be washing my hair and I'm going to complete my full wash day. I'm not going to just start and then kind of stop halfway through and then complete the rest of my hair maybe 2 days later. So by having a specific day, a specific wash day I should say, that you know in your head you're mentally prepared for, you won't have to rush, and if you have any plans you'll be able to plan ahead of time so that your wash day falls before or after, depending on how you want to do it. Tip number 2 would be to pre-poo. So if you know you're a type of person who has trouble detangling, sometimes using a pre-poo is going to help with your wash day. Now, if you're not sure what a pre-poo is, it's basically a pre-shampoo. So you can use a product like a conditioner to pre-poo, or normally pre-poos are oils. You usually use like a oil, kind of like a hot oil treatment, and you'll put it in your hair, you kind of detangle at the same time, and you let it sit for whatever amount of time you want, so maybe 30 minutes. You don't even have to let it sit, honestly. You can just detangle and then get in the shower and start shampooing your hair. So pre-poos can also be store-bought, or they could be made by yourself. So like I said, you would use oils, or you can use conditioners, or products that maybe don't work for you, like leave-ins, just so that it's gonna help with the detangling process. Sometimes people like to detangle before they actually wash their hair, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's really what works for you, so what makes your hair more manageable. So if you do see me looking down, it's probably because I'm taking the hair off of my fingers. That's shedding. So tip number 3 would be to know what type of wash day you are going to be having. Meaning, will you be doing a clarifying shampoo, or will you be just using a moisturizing shampoo? Now, a clarifying shampoo means that you are literally stripping your hair of all its natural oil. So usually just regular shampoos that you find at the store, like Pantene, Dove, Tresemme, those would be more stripping to your hair because of the ingredients that are in the product. There are more sulfates is what you'll find in those products. So sulfates are not completely bad. So if you have a lot of buildup, like product buildup, sometimes clarifying is also a good way to remove all of those, all that buildup from your products, as well as excess oil. You can also use the Aztec clay mask. So if you didn't watch that video, I'll put it in the cards up above, and you can check that one out also to see how you can use a Aztec clay mask to clarify your hair. Another thing that will determine what type of wash day or what kind of shampoo you should be using is if your scalp is dry or if it's itchy. Another thing that you can look out for is seeing how long your styles are lasting. So normally if your hairstyles last about 5 days and now they're only lasting 3 days, maybe it's time for you to clarify your hair rather than continuously use a moisturizing shampoo. Tip number 4 would be to rinse out your deep conditioner or protein treatment. By leaving the protein in your hair too long, you can get protein overload, and that will mean that your hair has too much protein. So now you're gonna have to continuously use moisturizing conditioners to get your hair back to how it would normally be. Or if you leave a really moisturizing conditioner in your hair too long, that can cause hydro fatigue, which is the opposite of protein overload. So it's basically having too much moisture, and that is a thing. You can always have too much moisture in your hair. You don't want to get lazy at this step when you're doing your protein treatments or your deep conditioners, your regular deep conditioners. This is probably one of the most important steps apart from shampooing your hair. You really want to make sure that almost every wash day, depending on how many times you wash your hair a week, that you are applying your deep conditioner. Now, a deep conditioner or a protein treatment doesn't have to be done every single wash day if you wash your hair more than once in a week. So if you're the type of person who washes their hair every 3 to 5 days, then only once in a week you should be doing a deep conditioner or protein treatment. And for protein treatments, I would say maybe a protein treatment should be done once a month, depending on if you're recovering from heat damage, or if you've dyed your hair and you're recovering from color damage or any type of damage. Maybe you want to do a protein treatment more often than you would a moisturizing treatment. And with deep conditioners or protein treatments, there's no need to keep the treatment in your hair longer than 30 minutes. 30 minutes will give you enough time for the product to do what it needs to do, penetrate your hair strand, more so your cortex, get that moisture or protein in, and that's about it. After 30 minutes, you can rinse out your hair. Rinse out the protein or deep conditioner that you've applied to your hair. And tip number 5 is be gentle. So you always want to be gentle during your wash day, and this is one of the reasons why I put tip 1 as scheduling your wash day in advance, because if you're in a rush, you're most likely not going to be gentle. If you're upset, you're most likely not going to be gentle. So you want to make sure that you're in a good mood when you are doing your wash day, so that you do remain gentle throughout the whole process. So also, you want to take your time detangling. So if it takes you 30 minutes to detangle your whole head, take that 30 minutes to detangle your hair. You rather be gentle and take your time detangling than be rough, and then you're pulling out your hair, causing breakage, split ends, etc. when you're just doing whatever. So also, if you're rushing, you're probably not detangling from the ends to the root, and probably doing it midway or straight from the root down to your ends, and that is going to cause breakage. It's going to cause your knots to be more difficult to untangle. So be gentle throughout the whole process. Also, to be gentle, you want to use sections. So I always, as you can see, do sections. I always have 4 sections when I am doing any part of my wash day, except when I'm actually washing my hair. For myself, I like to wash my hair in one big section, so I'll just apply the shampoo to my scalp, and then I will massage it in throughout my hair, as well as the length of my hair. So I'll also use sections when I'm detangling and when I'm adding my deep conditioner or protein treatment in. I also use sections when I'm applying my products. So my sections start from the very beginning of my wash day. So after I've put the shampoo in, rinsed it out, my hair goes into sections, and I continue my process like that throughout the rest of my wash day. So, and if you have thicker hair than me and you know that you probably need more sections, make more sections. You don't have to only do 4 sections. If you have thinner hair than me, you know the density is not as thick, then you might get away with using only 2 or 3 sections. It really depends on your hair density at that point when you're detangling your hair, how well you're able to detangle your hair in what amount of sections. So if you end up using 6 sections, well, so be it. Make 6 sections for your hair and do your hair like that. So that's pretty much it for my wash day tips right now. So comment down below what tips you use, what other tips you might use that I haven't mentioned. So I'm just gonna let it dry. I'm actually gonna diffuse, and then I'll come back once I am done with that and my hair is completely dried. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright y'all, so I'm back and these are my results. So I did diffuse because it is late, but I didn't pick out my hair, fluff it or stretch it, any of that, because I am going to bed. So I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow morning when I wake up. So I did want to say that I do like the results. However, the leave-in that I use from the same line, it does have silicones in it, so I probably won't repurchase the leave-in, but the cream I probably will purchase it again, and I'll try to use it with a different leave-in to see how the results come out, if it'll be the same or if it'll be different, because I do really like the results for a cream. No. This won't last me. I already know it's not gonna last more than 3 days because I already have frizz in the front here. Don't know if you can see it, but I already have frizz in the front, so it's probably not gonna last me very long. And either way, today we're Wednesday, so I normally wash my hairs on Saturday, so even if it doesn't last until Friday, it's fine. I'll throw it up in a puff or in a low puff. I'll see how I'm feeling and just go about my day, and then by Saturday I'll be able to wash my hair and style my next wash and go. So I usually tend to do my hair at least twice during the week, meaning like a wash and go. So I'll style my hair on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I'll leave it in whatever style that I did. I'll probably leave it up until the Wednesday. The Wednesday I'll do a co-wash and then restyle my hair for the rest of the week. I just find it's a lot easier, and I don't shed as much when it comes to my wash day, as well as my detangling process is a lot easier. So that could be one thing that you guys can do if you notice that you have difficulty really detangling. You have a lot of difficulty detangling. You can always do a co-wash in the middle of your week. That way it might make the process a little easier. So it is trial and error. You do have to try different things to see what works for you and then go with that. So once again, like, share, comment down below which tips you use during your washing day, or do you do something completely different? And I'll see you in my next one. Later.